Coordinates: 1 degree north 32 degrees east, 1 degree north 32 degrees east, 1:32 Uganda, officially the Republic of Uganda, is a landlocked country in East-Central Africa. It is bordered to the east by Kenya, to the north by South Sudan, to the west by the Democratic Republic of the Congo, to the southwest by Rwanda, and to the south by Tanzania. The southern part of the country includes a substantial portion of Lake Victoria, shared with Kenya and Tanzania. Uganda is in the African Great Lakes region. Uganda also lies within the Nile Basin and has a varied but generally a modified equatorial climate. Uganda is named after the Buganda Kingdom, which encompasses a large portion of the south of the country, including the capital Kampala. The people of Uganda were hunter-gatherers until 1700 to 2300 years ago, when Bantu-speaking populations migrated to the southern parts of the country. Beginning in 1894, the area was ruled as a protectorate by the UK, which established administrative law across the territory. Uganda gained independence from the UK on 9 October 1962. The period since then has been marked by violent conflicts, including an 8-year-long military dictatorship led by Idi Amin. The official languages are English and Swahili, although any other language may be used as a medium of instruction in schools or other educational institutions or for legislative, administrative or judicial purposes as may be prescribed by law. Luganda, a central language, is widely spoken across the country, and several other languages are also spoken, including Lango, Acholi, Ranyara, Ranyankole, Rukiga, Luo and Lasaga. Uganda's current president is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who took power in January 1986 after a protracted 6-year guerrilla war. Following constitutional amendments that removed term limits for the president, he was able to stand and was elected president of Uganda in the 2011, 2016 and in the 2021 general elections. The residents of Uganda were hunter-gatherers until 1700 to 2300 years ago. Bantu-speaking populations, who were probably from Central Africa, migrated to the southern parts of the country. According to oral tradition, the Empire of Kitara covered an important part of the Great Lakes area, from the northern lakes Albert and Kyoga to the southern lakes Victoria and Tanganyika. Bunyoro Kitara is claimed as the antecedent of the Toro, Ankole, and Busoga kingdoms. Some Luo invaded the area of Bunyoro and assimilated with the Bantu society there, establishing the Babito dynasty of the current Omukma of Bunyoro Kitara. Arab traders moved inland from the Indian Ocean coast of East Africa in the 1830s for trade and commerce. In the late 1860s, Bunyoro in northeastern Uganda found itself threatened from the north by Egyptian-sponsored agents. Unlike the Arab traders from the East African coast who sought trade, these agents were promoting foreign conquest. In 1869, Khedive Ismail Pasha of Egypt, seeking to annex the territories north of the borders of Lake Victoria and east of Lake Albert and south of Gondokoro, sent a British explorer, Samuel Baker, on a military expedition to the frontiers of northern Uganda, with the object of suppressing the slave trade there and opening the way to commerce and civilization. The Bunyoro resisted Baker, and he had to fight a desperate battle to secure his retreat. Baker regarded the resistance as an act of treachery, and he denounced the Bunyoro in a book that was widely read in Britain. Later the British arrived in Uganda with a predisposition against Bunyoro and siding with Buganda, which eventually would cost the kingdom half its territory until the lost counties were restored to Bunyoro after independence. In the 1860s, while Arabs sought influence from the north, British explorers searching for the source of the Nile arrived in Uganda. They were followed by British Anglican missionaries who arrived in the Kingdom of Buganda in 1877, and were also followed by French Catholic missionaries in 1879. The British government chartered the Imperial British East Africa Company to negotiate trade agreements in the region beginning in 1888. From 1886, there was a series of religious wars in Buganda, initially between Muslims and Christians and then, from 1890, between Bar Ingleser Protestants and Bar Franca Catholics. Because of civil unrest and financial burdens, IBEAC claimed that it was unable to maintain their occupation in the region. British commercial interests were ardent to protect the trade route of the Nile, which prompted the British government to annex Buganda and adjoining territories to create the Uganda Protectorate in 1894. 3-4 The Protectorate of Uganda was a protectorate of the British Empire from 1894 to 1962. In 1893, the Imperial British East Africa Company transferred its administration rights of territory, consisting mainly of the Kingdom of Buganda, to the British government. The IBEAC relinquished its control over Uganda after Ugandan internal religious wars had driven it